I guess the question everybody had right at the end, and I'm wondering what you think. You think this was it for Brady?
Yeah, that's a big question. I think these guys, when they get a little more space away from the situation, even for Brady, who's been through it so many times, and you could tell he's been through it a lot because you see that loss and he's just standing there like, well, that sucks. Like, he's just clearly disappointed.
It was a weird reaction, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's just, it was.
It seemed a little odd for a guy who's ultra competitive.
Yeah, it was. I mean, but I just think like he's been through so many highs and lows. I mean, to lose, to Philly in the Super Bowl, to come back and beat Atlanta, so I kind of get it. It was interesting to see him be very non-committal about it. And, Rodgers was non-committal about his future, and I get that. But I feel like he's going to get a little further away from this. I think what's going to happen is Jason Licht, the general manager, and Bruce Arians are going to go to work on him, and they're going to say, okay, look, here's the deal. Don't forget what we lost. We were without Godwin. Obviously, all the AB stuff happened, and that really hurt us down the stretch. There were some other injuries. The secondary wasn't in great shape. There's a number of different things that happened. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to tell Brady, we got one more shot at this. Don't leave anything left on the table. There's one more shot at this. And I think you present to Brady, here's what the plan is. Here's the tweaks we can make with the roster. Here's where we can find some money and maybe go out and do some things. There are going to be a lot of opportunities out there. We'll see what happens with Godwin in free agency, obviously coming off the ACL. I don't know. I don't know if it was the end for him, but it does not surprise me to see him as non-committal as he was. Look, when you get in your mid-40s and you're playing quarterback, you're day-to-day always. So,
And also, I'm not going to say it's unfair to ask these guys after the game, but what could they possibly say? They just, Tom Brady just suffered a horrible playoff loss. He can't answer that. You got to ask. You have to see what he says.
Yeah, of course.
But what's he supposed to say?
No,
he's not. He can't give an answer at that point. And I thought he was very diplomatic. The only way I see Brady walking away is if he kind of knows he's losing it a little bit, and he doesn't want to be 2015 Peyton Manning. Again, Manning won a Super Bowl, but we all knew he was compromised that season. And he just doesn't want to go out that way. And he's like, you know what? I almost won an MVP this year. We had a good year. There's no reason to hang my head. I'm going out on top. I'm not going to have a Joe Namath Rams here. I'm just not going to do it. I think that could be the one thing. Or, he talks about his kids and Giselle and all that. And that's reasonable too. But I think the one key factor would be, hey, I don't want to go out looking terrible my last year.
Yeah, and I do get that, but I still think one more year.